Hello, I am Richard A. Boxall, and this is my short and almost daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Ish.
You're listening to the diary of a wannabe writer, Season 3.
Hello, today is Sunday the 12th of July 2027. No, 2026. I'm leaping a year ahead in time, or am I? Maybe I am actually in the future, and I'm recording it in the future. And, for example, I know who wins the World Cup, because obviously I'm a year in the future. Yeah, it's 2026, I'm lying to you. So I haven't done any writing today. I've had a good reason. So a little while ago, a friend of mine we agreed that she would come over and visit next week. This week as it is now, well, next week. And being me, my house needs a lot of cleaning doing to it. And about a month ago, I said to myself, I should start this now. Otherwise, the last few days before she comes, I'm going to spend my entire time trying to catch up with stuff I should have done over the last month. Can you guess what happened? Yeah, I did a few little bits and pieces, but generally I didn't do the things I needed to do. So yesterday I kind of said to myself, should have started yesterday, but tomorrow morning, that's it, you've got to start. So I woke up at 6. I've been waking up quite early recently, but I'm fine with that. I mean, it's nearly 10 o'clock now and I'm about to go to bed. And normally what I do first thing in the morning is I've been reading. Well, today I haven't read anything. I might try and read for sort of 45 minutes before I go to bed, but I haven't really read today. So I, or did I? No, I didn't, yeah. So I came downstairs, did the dishes, and then made a list of all the things I needed to do to get this kitchen in a state where another human being could walk into it and not run out again screaming. And one of the things was, for example, I've got a TV set in there, which I got and I thought it was a great idea, but I never use. So, and then I've got so little space, everything else is kind of all scrunched up. So I finally did what I've been meaning to do or thinking about doing for a while, and I took the TV upstairs. It's now in my spare room. I don't know if I want it in the spare room. I thought that was meant to be a TV-free zone. So, yeah, I've got to make a decision there. I might decide not to put it there, but we shall see. Anyway, so I took that up. I then cleaned all the work surfaces, all the cupboard doors. The floor I've been meaning to clean properly for ages. So what I did was I hoovered it first, and then I scrubbed it on hands and knees with a bucket and a brush. And then once it had dried, which it did quite quickly because it's been quite warm today, I then used the steam mop on it, and then I did other bits and pieces. And over the course of the day, just a few jobs here and there, it's actually spotless now and clean and tidy and how it should always be, really, but wasn't. So that's good. My friend's coming on the 16th, so I've got another 3 whole days. 12th, 13th, oh no. 12th, no, today's the 12th, so 13th, 14th, 15th. So basically, the other things I need to do all the other rooms. Now, the kitchen was one that probably needed the most work. And by sort of virtue of getting the kitchen sorted out, I then found some of the stuff in the hall got a room for it. So, for example, I get Beer 52, which is this rather good beer subscription where they send you beers from around the world. So each month is a theme on a particular country, and they do some lovely IPA. I'll do some generally nice beers, actually. And like there's a couple of boxes sitting in the hall, and there's now room for them in one of the cupboards in the kitchen, because there's one cupboard so full of stuff that I never used that I kind of went through it and thought, I don't need any of this. And I think I kept one thing. One thing went, no, I was going to keep a slow cooker, but some of the buttons had fallen off, so no, even that went. So that cupboard suddenly has become, it's got the Beer 52 stuff, it's got my 2-litre bottles in it, it's got rice. So yeah, suddenly I had more space, which was great. There was another cupboard which was just full of stuff I very rarely use. So I've got another cupboard that's quite inaccessible. Well, it's kind of goes behind another cupboard. So I've put a load of stuff in there that I don't use very often. And then the space that created, I've put the vegetable sort of stuff in there, so my potatoes won't be in the light, they'll be in the dark, so they don't go green. And it's like it's got a vegetable tray thing in the vegetable, I don't know what the word for vegetable rack. So that's in the drawer. At the moment, all it's got in it is some sweet potatoes, but I will get some other bits and pieces. So yes, generally, and also the cupboard where the boiler is has now got in it the ironing board, which used to live in the cupboard under the stairs, as well as the vacuum cleaner and the steam mop, which also used to live in the cupboard under the stairs. So yes, so I feel like I've made a lot of progress today, and the hall is nearly done as well. I mean, the hall basically is just going to need a bloody good hoover, and the stairs. Yeah, that's basically it. A bloody good hoover, and maybe steam mop the floor. So that won't take long. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, which then just leaves the bathroom, the living room, and the spare room. Well, the spare room is almost perfect because it's brand new, newly decorated. I probably just should run around it with the hoover. I do need to change the bedding because my friend is staying in there. So didn't do any writing, but had a very positive and productive day. I've also got all my ironing done. I got my work shirts. I know, even that, bear in mind I don't need one until the 2nd of August. I got my work shirts washed, ironed and put away. So all my ironing is up to date. All my washing is up to date. As I say, tomorrow I'm going to St Albans to buy some Lego. So I'm going to have a few Lego sets to build when I'm recovering from my surgery. So that'll be good. So I might not do any writing over the next few days. We shall see how it goes. Although in theory, today was the biggest amount of work I had to do in a single room. The others are going to be much easier. As I say, the spare room is probably a 10-minute job. The hall and the stairs probably a 10-minute job, and then the other rooms are more a case of just a bit of a sweep and clean the floor, basically. Possibly wash the covers on the cushions and stuff like that. Anyway, I've gone over very slightly, but that's me. I'm going to go to bed very shortly and probably do a little bit of reading before I go to bed. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by me, Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my cogitative considerations, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree on linktr.ee/Richard Writes. Capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.